Hi, everybody. It's me, Free Spirit. And Abby, of course. We're here to share a few items with you, but Abby insisted on some crystals. I'm not kidding. She wasn't happy with just a little bag that I had that I intended to put around my area here. She wanted me to pick out a bunch more for my tray. So she's been helping me get ready and overseeing the selection of the crystals. So it's going to be a little bit of a crystal grid today. And some stretching. So how have you been? It's been very, 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 very hot. I think it's hot in a lot of places right now. But I've got all the fans turned off and it's not too bad in here right now. It's kind of late. We had everything set up last night, didn't we, Abby? Yes, we did. But my little yellow cat, Biscuit, oh, he was on a tear last night. He was racing through the house and being crazy. And I tried to wait him out. I turned all the lights off. All the other cats were sleeping. Everybody was asleep. And before I knew it, I was asleep too. It was 1 a.m. So, it didn't happen. But here we are. Oh, Abby. What's this? We have a lot of little pouches here. Abby's sitting on the microphone. And she's rubbing herself on the bag of crystals, a little bag. Here. Okay. Here we are. 2 bags. 3 bags. Come here, Abby. Get up. Abby. Hey. Abby, can't lay on the microphone. Come here. Come here and see what I got. Come here. We'll just make some nice sounds until Abby figures out what she's doing. She's so happy. She's rolling around here, laying on the microphone. So I had this little bag with crystals in it. I don't know what I put them aside for, but I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll make a little grid before we start the video. So I'm going to make just a little happy energy grid. And this is the little centerpiece in here. I'll show you. Another little carry bag. It seems that now that she's got me here in front of the camera, she's happy. And I also have this larger bag. This is a little pouch from Peru. It says on there, I think. There. So I'll be pouring these out. Kind of like a crystal reading, I guess. I had gone through the tray like I used to do for my readings for people. Just kind of felt the energy and selected, I don't know, about 9 or 10, I think. It kind of popped out for me. So we'll lay them out here and sort of put them together and see what comes out. But this was actually going to be a bit of a show and tell. So I got some little project things over here. A couple things that were gifts and a few things that I ordered for myself. So maybe I'm going to show you those items first, because once I lay out the crystals, I'm not going to want to disturb them. So you'll have to wait a little longer. And that will be the sort of relaxing, sleepy part of the video. Okay. So we'll do a little tapping and some triggers with these little items first. And I'll show you how I'm trying to boost my creativity a little bit. I think it's going to be fun. Okay. And this little pouch, it smells so good. It has Palo Santo. It's incense sticks. It's the wood pieces, right? A nice little drawstring bag. Abby likes this one. Keep finding it in different places. But I didn't bring a lighter over. Reminds me of kindling for the fire. I'm glad we're not making fires right now. Although it is a little too hot for me. I don't really like those extremes. This could be a long video. I've been waiting so long to make it. When it's quiet, when I have energy, when the cats are sleeping, when it's not too hot. Want to see the first item? This is what kind of started it all off. One of my lovely friends sent me a box with all kinds of goodies. And you might see more of the items in upcoming videos. But one that got me going, Abby likes it too, is this neat book. Recognize him? Yeah. Bob Ross. Bob Ross. A lot of us experienced ASMR growing up, watching Bob Ross. Maybe we didn't even know what that was. It just was so relaxing. I love the sounds when you would paint. All the textures and the brush sounds. And he was just so chill, so comforting, wasn't he? So this is a great little art journal. It's blank except for some of his paintings, watercolors, and some great uplifting quotes. This one says, "If what you're doing doesn't make you happy, you're doing the wrong thing." Cute photo. So there's lots of room for doodles and paintings and sketches. Some notes. Don't be afraid to scrape the paint off and do it again. This is the way you learn. Trial and error, over and over, repetition. Very inspiring. Just a simple little watercolor. I am not artistic in this way, but I'm going to try and express myself in the way that I can. Anything we don't like, we'll turn it into a happy little tree or something. We don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. That's a famous quote from him, isn't it? Happy little accidents. If we all painted the same way, what a boring world it would be. Well, you haven't seen my work yet. So, a wonderful book. Isn't that great? So I thought, well, I don't want to just write words in this book. I would like to express something in color, texture. I don't know, be brave. This cat. She has also become very playful, which is not Abby-like. Very happy to be here. She likes making videos, even if she won't come over here until the crystal action starts. Okay, so this is what I got to go with this. Happy stuff. What are you doing? She's taken over. This is Abby's ASMR channel, I guess. See, she's massaging your ears. Look at your tail glitter. Hey, Miss Abby. You must really need an energy treatment. She's giving it to you full blast. She's rubbing your ears. Oh, she's looking at your ears. Okay, are you finished? You happy? How do your ears feel? Have you got the full Abby treatment now? Okay, let's bring you back over here. There we go. different ones to choose from. I kind of wanted to try not just markers, but an actual brush pen. And I looked at a lot of different versions with a different quantity of colors and different types of cases, and I don't know, this one stuck out to me, and I'm really glad that I got it because it turns out that this company is called Always Present. Always Present. Very interesting. It says, ideal for mindfulness coloring. You see, so this is a product that's created with that relaxation idea in mind. Mindfulness. It's a meditative, creative act of coloring with these watercolor brushes. I really love them. So I'm glad I went with this company. Okay. So there's a tray inside here. Two trays. There are 12 in each tray. Another really neat thing about them is that each one of them has a little something written on here. First, it's the name of the company, which says Always Present. Always Present. And each one says, Be here now. Be here now. Be here now. So you're reminded every time you pick up one of these colors to be present, to be here now, to focus on your creativity and enjoy the moment. What do you think, Abby? You like that idea? Yeah. Oh, she's being very good. So, this one is purple. And this one looks like it's empty. It's just a plain brush, maybe so that you can mix colors, or maybe to put water in so you can dilute things. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the directions. But let's start with this violet, and we'll do a little green as well. This one. That color. So violet and green. And I have a very, very fine point, but it's a little brush. It's a little brush. And you can use it delicately and make a point, or you can push down on it and spread the bristles out a little bit and make like calligraphy. So, you ready? Let's see what I can do. Bob Ross, a journal. Okay. I'm going to just write a little name in here. Ready? You can probably guess what I'm writing. Green on this one too, like a little shadow. So like dragon colors. And it doesn't matter if you're good at this or not. It's all about enjoying it. And I like the feeling of these. Very nice. Do this one with purple. F R E E. Free spirit. I think I'll just do a little sampler of each of the colors. So we'll do a fine line and a squiggly line. And then we'll do another color. Do a fine line. Squiggly one. Let's do a blue. Make a fine line. And then squiggly. I'll just practice different strokes, different shapes, making them wide and skinny. And it's just for fun. So that's all I'm going to do. Just wanted to show you a few things that you can make with this markers, brushes. Dries really quickly. No fuss, no muss. Yeah, I like that. So I'll have to learn a little bit more about using brushes. And you know, my mom painted. She did oils and watercolors, mostly watercolors, I think. And I'll have to show you sometime the painting that she did when she was pregnant with me. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because it has horses in it. And she was not really that much into horses, but I am. Maybe it started a long time ago. Anyway, I've been watching some videos by an ASMR artist, and it is called Nature's ASMR. She's really good. She has really good content, and she has a very nice, soft voice. But she's incredibly talented as well. And I watched her do watercolors and just layering and building upon each, like making the foundations and then going back and then changing things. And it was pretty fascinating. Oh, actually that one was acrylics. She was painting with acrylics. So, kind of got me motivated. So, I got these little ideas going about ways to express myself without knowing what I'm doing. Well, that'll be fun. Do a little bit of sketching or something. Okay, and then I got this. Because I remember when I was a kid, I really liked doing these. This is a do-it-yourself paint by number kit. Remember these? I love this. I love the idea of these because it's actually on a nice canvas and it can be framed afterwards. And hopefully if I do a good job, it'll really look like the painting's supposed to look. But it's quite nice sounds too. So I did take some of the contents out, and you'll see why in a minute. I put them away in something already. I like this colorful box too. Abby's enjoying the tapping. She's just sleeping right now. Yeah, it's okay. I'll wake you up when it's time for crystals, okay? Grounding. Alright, let me show you this one. Give Abby a little crinkle session. Oh no. So I've been waiting to show this to you because I actually have to iron it, to turn it over and to spritz it with a little bit of water and then iron it because it's going to fold in the box, of course. So this is what it's going to look like. I hope. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It reminds me of a lot of places that I've been hiking lately. And the Sierras and all my favorite little mountains. Kind of a conglomeration of all of them. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this as a guide. And then they also give you a bigger version of a guide. But this one just has the numbers, it doesn't show you the colors. Are you ready for this? So, you may wonder how on earth see that. You will see soon. I have it upside down. Do it? No. So it has the directions here, and it shows you to start with one number at a time and go to the upper two edges and just kind of start from the top and work your way down. Now this is a big piece, so the frame that I have to work with is a little bit smaller, the stand, so I'll be putting this on a large piece of cardboard to hold it steady. Just be working on one little section at a time, one little corner at a time, because there's plenty to paint. Okay, let me show you the canvas. There's deep wrinkles in here. It's lightly printed so that you can cover it with paint. Can you see it at all? Not sure. It's very faint. It is very faint. Well, it'll make a little more sense once I show you the other items. Put this to the side for a minute. I'll show you the last item. Moving parts. So, this is a cool little thing. It has a handle right here. So you can pick it up and move it when you're done working with it. It has a little latch on the side. So now we can lift this. This is the little easel, so you can stand it up as steeply as you'd like, or rest it back quite a bit for that kind of an angle. Down in the front, there's a little ledge to hold the edge of the canvas or the cardboard that I'll have the canvas on. So I'll stand like this. It'll be much bigger than this frame, so I'll have it on a big piece of cardboard. So I can just work at one little section at a time and just move it around as I need to. But I think this project's going to take a long time. And also, you'll see on this side, there's another latch right here. Undo that one. slide out. You can store your art supplies. And this set came with this nice palette. You can put your hand in there. In this case, I would have it on this side. Okay, so I'm not an expert at this. Yeah, like that. And then you can put your paint, dabs of paint here, into your little brush. Dab, 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 dab. Okay, let's put this down. And then in here, you can see I put the rest of the kit. So here we have the paints. They come all wrapped in this little plastic covering. And I'll probably need scissors to get this open. But then I'll put all of the paints in here. They come on trays of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little paint jars, and they all have numbers on them. See all the numbers? Because you're painting by numbers. So you just look at the number on the canvas, and then you find the number of paint. You do all the little bits with that color green, and then the next color green, and then the next color green, and so on. I'm just going to keep these here until I open the packaging. And it also comes with some brushes, also wrapped in plastic. There's 3 of them. One's a very fine point, and then less fine point, and then a wider one. And I have a few others of my own that I could use as well. Abby like this. She likes them. But one of the neat things is, it also came with this. It's a magnifying lens, which I know is going to be very important when I start trying to read those little numbers. I also have a magnifying glass with a handle that I could also use. That's going to come in very useful, I'm sure. I'll just keep this here as well. And the palette. And it slides back in. Slides back in like that. We do the latch on the back and on the side. And we're all set. I'll put this away. Take it out when I'm ready to start painting. And my Bob Ross journal. I can try to do some sketches. And see what comes out. Now, ready, Abby? Gonna make some space. So first, I'm going to have a look at these little crystals that I collected. Just going to pull them out. And then we'll move them around a little bit and see what we find. But I'm going to move you a little bit closer. Got the microphone. Okay, how's that? Because you make me happy. Okay. Now, let's see. So, there's two pieces of shungite. To me, they always feel like the foundation when they come up in a grid. Sometimes they are at the beginning or at the end of a reading, which keeps it moving into a loop, cycles, or spirals. These feel like foundation. So, move these up. And we'll just lay the shungite right here. So we have clear quartz and blue lace agate, rose quartz, lapis lazuli, Botswana agate, rainforest jasper, tiger eye, red jasper, and this little heart is organite. This was made by a friend of mine. So organite is basically a combination of organic and inorganic materials. So there's crystal and different types of metals. So this one has copper, little shavings, little doodads and pieces. And it looks like, maybe it's carnelian in the bottom. A little tiny crystal. And it's poured into resin, or resin is poured over it in a little mold. In this case, it's a heart. And as the resin dries and contracts, it shrinks and puts pressure on the crystals and on the metals. And it creates an energy. And it's called organite. And orgone is similar to those lovely negative ions that we get after a rainstorm or at the ocean by the waves. So that's organite. And I feel like the jasper, so if this is rooting energy, grounding, foundation, the jasper is the rekindling of the fire, the energy of the emotions, and the balance. And then We have the two ancient ones, rainforest jasper and Botswana agate, which connects us to our past, to our history, our heritage, our ancestors. So looking back and bringing forward the good parts, the energy that sustains and supports us. So in terms of chakras, it would be root, and this would be sacral, and this would be solar plexus. Then moving up, heart energy from the lovely organite, recirculating energy, bringing energy in, pumping energy out as the heart does. And what next? Working our way up. I should turn this around so you can see it better. Okay. So here we have the shungite at the base. Second is red jasper. Third, Botswana agate and rainforest jasper. And organite, little heart. And then we come to the throat, the expression. And lapis lazuli. And blue lace agate for self-expression. And it's surrounded with the rose quartz emanating in the middle, moving from the heart into the throat chakra, the little bridge, to bring love into our expressions. And tiger eye in the third eye position for insight, inspiration, clarity, and the courage to face that knowing that you know. It can be a little scary when you don't depend on what's outside to guide you, but using your inner knowledge, your intuition, all those kind of feelings that you get, that you can trust. Yeah. And last, the crowning jewel in the crown chakra. Clear quartz, amplifier, receiver, and generator. Lovely energy. Shungite, red jasper, rainforest jasper, Botswana agate, organite, rose quartz, blue lace agate, lapis lazuli, tiger eye, clear quartz. What do you think, Abby? Like that one? She's sound asleep now. She's been waiting and waiting for this. Okay. Well, how does this feel to you guys? There must be a little bit of a message here for us. Going for the strengths on each of the chakras. Balancing and connecting it. Hmm? What are you guys working on? I think I'm listening to my gut a lot more. I'm definitely working on my grounding, feeling more centered and balanced, trying to eat a little bit lighter, trying to get more exercise, even though it's been so hot. And I had a little dream, brief little thing, stuck with me. Somebody to the side of me said in a voice, "Am I shining my light?" What? It was a part of me asking me, "Are you shining your light?" Oh, wow. Okay. So, trying to get back with my connections, reading cards again, and asking myself, listening to myself, shining my light. Even if it's just for my kitty cats. Try to remember that. But now let's make that little grid. And then you can go off to sleep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The master number 11. All right. And now I'm going to make just a little grid. I hope you can see these. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more. So I just had these in a bag put aside. I wasn't quite sure what I had done with them last, but I have 4 pieces that are pre-night and 6 pieces that are quartz with epidote. Epidote is like green strands. It looks like this grass growing inside these crystals. It's a little hard to see. How about that? I just have 6 pieces, and they're not the best pieces, but they're very powerful. And pre-night is also a very, very high frequency, very nice, angelic kind of energy. They're very good. And 2 little pieces of shungite. There they are. So these were together. I wanted to make a grid. So, let's see. I also have a little centerpiece right here. This is so lovely. This is rose quartz, 4 directions, rose quartz and silver, and a rose quartz pyramid in the center. It's flat on the bottom. And this makes a really nice center for the grid because it does shoot the energy out in all directions as well as above. So it sends the energy out like that. So I'm going to start with this in the center. I'll use pre-night to receive the energy from the rose quartz. There we are. Alright. And then put the quartz with epidote alternating. Let's see. I'm gonna go this side. And above and below is the shungite. Simple little grid. To move it a little bit closer so you can see it all. Like that. You can see. The energy just made Abby jump. Are you okay? Is that a little too much? It's activated. What do you think, Abby? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 crystals. And it's the connection of the earth elements, the epidote and quartz, meeting up and combining with the pre-night, the heavenly energy. And it's being connected with the heart energy, the sweetness of rose quartz. Smooth, sweet energy. What do you think, Abby? Do you need to check this? You want to look at it? We get the crystals right here. It's all good. do you think, Abby? She says it's okay. Very relaxing. Okay. You can come and check it. Okay. Just. Oh yeah. How's that feel? Yeah. Careful. Watch where you put your feet. You're so careful. Good girl. Okay. That was Abby's blessing. Now she's gonna go give herself a bath. And I'm gonna say goodnight. And I hope that you're already asleep. But if you're not, just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. And imagine Abby's little tail just gently brushing over your head and across your chest and your heart, giving you all her love. I give you all of mine too. All right. See you soon.